So today we're going to test FSD 12.5.4.1. So Tesla pushed out a free trial October 16th, so they have a month to play with it. I've been using it for, I guess 10 days already. And I just want to give you my thoughts on it. Overall, it's very good. I think it's an improvement over 12.3.6, I think, was the last version. It drives, I find, a lot smoother. The pickup from stop is not as strong, although it is still pretty strong. I've used it for almost 10 days, and I don't think I've had any safety critical interventions. I'm just going to push it on through. So there, I just pushed the pedal. I would have stopped. I'm in a hurry, so I didn't want to wait. So I'll just talk about the cons. So, overall the car, it drives pretty well, but there are still cons. Number one, it likes to change lanes a lot to overtake traffic, which isn't a bad thing, but there's been a few instances where it doesn't recognize if I'm on the left lane. The lane on the left is like a left turn lane, so it will try to I'll try to overtake the traffic, go into the left turn lane near a traffic light. So if I didn't intervene, it would be stuck and be forced to actually go left. Here's another example where it's really going fast. Why is it accelerates right to the speed limit of 70 when there's a red light? So I find the acceleration is still a bit too much, unfortunately. I'm on chill mode right now. The only way to really stop this from happening is to turn off the automatic set speed offset, which I think sometimes I will do, because this car on that setting accelerates fast, like this. It's accelerating super fast, and then it likes to speed. So if you're in the 60 zone, it might go 80. Not good. Not good when you're not in a hurry, and not good for getting speeding tickets. Another con, it's just really lane selection. Like on the highway, if you're about to exit, I would prefer if it tries to get into a lane maybe 2 kilometers, or a mile ahead of time. Right? Sometimes it waits a bit too late, and if there's traffic, it needs to cut across a lot of traffic. There is some phantom braking that I've noticed in this version sometimes. So I'll just stop, slow, brake for no reason, which isn't good. What else? Smart at anticipating if there's traffic, he'll exit out, he'll overtake. Here, I would have overtaken. I don't know if it's because it's in chill mode. Let me put it to auto, to average. If they're overtaking, the car behind us is going pretty quick, I would have accelerated a little faster. I would have done that. I find it sometimes turns out a little bit too slow, especially when there's traffic coming from behind. exit in about 1.5K. I'll probably need to turn into lane after this car here. Like now. Okay. I like to keep my hands and feet close to the pedals if I need to take over. Okay, signaling to go, good. But one thing I really like, and I think it's a huge game changer for this version, is the visual tracking of attention tracking. Like not having to touch the wheel every 30 seconds or a minute is really, really important. It's actually safer too, because before on 12.3.6 I would have to constantly like either hold the steering wheel, if I'm not holding it, like watch the screen to tell me when I need to nudge it, right? Which was really annoying. So here is good. This right turn, it entered the right turn lane actually quicker. I know in the last version it sometimes cut in like late, and if there's cars behind you, they would have already taken up the spot and would have had to go, and you wouldn't be able to get in. So that kind of small change there. But yeah, back to the hands-free drive. The hands-free is so good. Like, it's just more relaxed. Like you're having your hands on your knees or legs and taking over when you need to take over is good, and it allows you to really focus, just watching forward, looking forward. Like I can now spend 100% of my attention just watching the traffic, really supervising, right? Versus looking at the screen and stuff like that. So I think that's huge. What else is there? Yeah, no, I think that's about it. Again, no safety interventions, just sort of comfort interventions sometimes, or if I wanted to go faster. Again, summary of the cons: it likes the speed. There's some phantom braking at times. It changes lanes to overpass sometimes at the wrong time, and sometimes into the wrong lane. Lane selection isn't that great. When you need to exit, it tends to wait a bit late. When there's no traffic, that's fine. When there's a lot of traffic, it should be programmed to get into lane early. Like if it's rush hour, you're not going to be able to turn through like 3 lanes of traffic with only half of like 500 meters left. That's impossible. Right? So you're going to basically miss your exit if that happens, or be really annoying and have to, cut through people. But again, this is just day to day. Like, if you're not in a rush, yeah, I can get you from point A to point B safely. I also tried the actually smart summon, and it is actually a very cool feature. Parking your car and then having the car pick you up. It does work pretty well. Okay, so there's a semi in front of us, and it's probably going to overtake it. Yep. So it's good at doing that, overtaking when the traffic's slow. But again, it sometimes does that at the wrong time. Okay, we're going to be turning right in about 1 kilometer. We are now in Richmond Hill, Ontario, just north of Toronto. Like now there's no cars, I would have just turned to the lane. There's like 600 meters left. It's still waiting. 500 meters left. Okay, now it's turning. So I probably would have done that a bit earlier. Again, if there's like traffic, It's gonna be hard to get in. But right now there's no rush hour, so you're fine. I also noticed it'll stop for speed bumps, but not all speed bumps, so you really have to be careful. It's pretty cool that it does stop for speed bumps. Slow down for speed bumps, I mean. But yeah, you can see, like, it does drive you. It's pretty cool. Like, for people that live in Toronto, I actually did a drive from Richmond Hill all the way down to Toronto Financial District at night, and yeah, zero interventions, and there was traffic. There were cars. So he just full stop that they do. Like, I know that they're following the law. The normal people, they do rolling, and if there's no cars, I would just keep on going to do the right thing. But again, that's not the fault of FSD. It's just how I drive. I can definitely drive better and faster than FSD. But when I'm tired, yeah, I let it drive. I think since having it, I've let it drive maybe 80%, 80 to 90% of the time I'm out. I just engage it and let it go. And then if I need to go faster and take over, I do. But I think for this area where I live, it does really well, except for the items I talked about. You know, they still need to improve on that. It doesn't need to do so much overtaking. It's like, I feel it's sometimes really impatient. Okay, I'm gonna turn left at this light. It's good. It's starting to turn into these turn lanes a little bit faster, which is good. So I know it likes to stay behind this line before it can turn, which I guess that's the law. Actually, that's the law. You're not allowed to creep out, but most people do, right? So you can turn a few more cars. You can turn left at the stop sign. There is a speed bump. I don't know if it'll stop for it. If it doesn't stop for it, I'm just going to intervene so it doesn't accelerate through that speed bump. I have a feeling it won't. Nope. So I'm just gonna stop. I don't want it to run through. So it's like these speed bumps. If it can't recognize it, I guess. I don't see it on the the map. But if you can learn to slow down for these, that'd be good, because there's quite a lot of them. Anyways, I'm here, and that's kind of my first video of this new version. Overall, I like it. I'll do a few more drives and share my experiences with it. But overall, I give it a B+.